Notre Dame had a fantastic season, running through the college football playoff all the way to the national championship before falling just short against Ohio State. But they now have major questions entering 2025, especially at the quarterback position, where for the fifth straight year, the Fighting Irish will have a new signal caller. Riley Leonard is gone. So now Marcus Freeman has to find somebody to take the reins, to take control of the offense, and hopefully lead the Fighting Irish back to the playoff where they can hopefully redeem themselves and capture a national title. So welcome back to the Gridiron Expert, guys. So glad you could join us today as we continue to talk about some of the biggest quarterback battles around the country today, focusing on the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. As always, please continue to like, comment, subscribe, share our videos, and check out everything down in the description below. That includes our website, thegridironexpert.com, home to our expert picks, home to our newsletters, home to a lot of exclusive content over there to help you get through this offseason. Because again, here at our channel, the season never dies. If you want nonstop college football talk, this is the place for you. We want you to take advantage of it. We want you to become a member of our GE Nation. So make sure to subscribe and hit that notification button and get ready for what's going to be a very fun offseason. So you look at Notre Dame. Again, a fantastic season this last year. Overcame that early season loss in Northern Illinois. Didn't lose again in the regular season. Made it to that national championship before losing to Ohio State. Riley Leonard was a major reason for that. Veteran quarterback that transferred in from Duke. His dual threat capability, his accuracy with the ball was just fantastic and paramount in helping Notre Dame get to that point. But if you look at Notre Dame's quarterbacks these last few years, right? You had Riley Leonard. The year before that, you had Sam Hartman. The year before that, you had Drew Pine and Tyler Buckner. They really haven't had consistency at the quarterback position. And now, as we mentioned, for the fifth straight year, they will have a new quarterback. The question is, who's it going to be? Notre Dame does find themselves in the midst of a quarterback battle, really between three different players. But I think the first guy that I think a lot of people believe will be the starter, at least the front runner right now, is Steve Angeli. I think he's the favorite among Fighting Irish fans. I think he's the most logical choice as of right now to lead the Fighting Irish into this 2025 season. He does have one career start. Keep in mind, all these quarterbacks we're going to talk about today would either be making their first or, in Angeli's case, second career start when Notre Dame opens the season at Miami. But Angeli has one career start back in that 2024 Sun Bowl where he threw for 232 yards and 3 touchdowns in a blowout victory over Oregon State. And he had a lot of other garbage time stats to pile on as well during his Fighting Irish career. 772 yards, 10 touchdowns, 1 interception in his career. Also had a massive drive at the end of the first half in that Orange Bowl against Penn State. College football playoff semifinal game. Riley Leonard a little bit banged up. Angeli comes in, goes 6 of 7 for 44 yards and helped Notre Dame get a field goal right before halftime. Pretty big field goal considering Notre Dame only won that game by 3. But he's a guy that's come in biding his time. He has been sitting around on this Notre Dame bench, learning, playing when he's given opportunities, and waiting to become that starter. This could be his shot. He has really good accuracy, really good arm strength. His mobility, a little bit underrated as well. His ability to escape the pocket, to extend plays, maybe to be a bit of a dual threat quarterback at times, is something that I think people tend to overlook a little bit. He is the most experienced quarterback, by all means, in this quarterback room. To me, he is the logical choice to take over as quarterback for Notre Dame. He is the best guy on this roster and finally has been given his opportunity. You know, they went out and got a transfer 2 years ago in Sam Hartman. They got a transfer again in Riley Leonard. I guess wasn't quite ready. Well, unless Notre Dame pulls something, out of their hat in the next few months, they're not going to get a transfer quarterback. Angeli's going to be the guy, or at least we believe should be the guy come week 1. But another guy he could fight against, another guy who's going to challenge him is C.J. Carr. 4-star recruit, top 50 overall prospect in the 2024 class, generating a lot of hype among Notre Dame fans and very well could be the future of Notre Dame football. Very talented, extremely high football IQ. His mechanics are off the charts. His arm strength's off the chart. Accuracy is off the chart. He has got a lot of potential just in college, period, but a lot of potential at Notre Dame. There's so much to be excited about with this guy. The number 1 player, the number 1 prospect out of the state of Michigan. Awesome that Notre Dame was able to get that. They're bitter rival in the Wolverines. They poached the best player in their state to come play for them. But can he win the starting job this year? I don't think so. He's going to have to play lights out in spring ball, lights out this offseason to show Marcus Freeman that he is worthy more so than a guy in Angeli who has more playing experience, has been with the program longer, and has shown them a little bit more. CJ Carr is going to have a heck of an offseason if he wants to win this job. If he doesn't, he maybe pulls an Angeli. He sits back, takes the opportunities when given to him. If Angeli were to go down, garbage time opportunities, things like that. And then next year, maybe, could really challenge for that job. Because he's got a lot of potential, and Notre Dame's going to want to do everything they can to make him happy, to hold on to him. In this era of NIL, this era of transfer portals, you do not want to see Carr leave your roster. So, again, he's got all the capabilities and all the intangibles to be a great, great quarterback for Notre Dame. But with the youth, with the inexperience, I don't know if it's good enough to get him that starting job this year. Another guy you could talk about for Notre Dame, maybe the dark horse in the quarterback room right now, is Kenny Minchey. He's a guy that could challenge for the starting job, but odds are he probably won't. 3 career pass attempts at Notre Dame, briefly, very briefly, saw the field in their 66-7 win over Purdue this last year. But his athleticism is off the chart, right? He is really, really athletic, really mobile. Obviously, like Carr, like Angeli, got a lot of great intangibles you need in a quarterback. I think if you've watched him a little bit, not just in the limited playing time he has, obviously didn't see much against Purdue, but in other practice tape and things like that, his ability to extend plays is pretty much unmatched. Great pocket awareness, very, very quick release. I think this is a good thing for Angeli and for Carr to have Minchey in that room to challenge them. Do I think it's realistic that Minchey ends up winning this battle, that he could end up seeing a lot of playing time in 2025? I don't think so. I really think it's more of a two-man battle. I think Angeli has a pretty good lead right now. But Minchey's a guy that with his abilities, with his confidence, with his skills, is going to challenge Carr and Angeli every single day. And, as we know, in this world of football, your job's never safe. Your job's never safe. Even if you're a 20-year veteran, your job is never safe. You always have to bring your A game, whether it's in the offseason, whether it's in practice, whether it's actually in a real game. One bad moment, one bad slip-up, and you could immediately lose your job, right? So Minchey is going to push Carr and push Angeli every step of the way, make life hard on them, and in a way, make them better in the long run. I don't think Minchey has the opportunity to do that, but you could also see him maybe in some design packages if Marcus Freeman wants to get really creative. This is a dangerous quarterback room for Notre Dame. None of these guys have big names per se. None of these guys have a lot of experience, but there's a lot of talent there. There is a lot of talent there. And I think right now my order would be just what we mentioned. I think I've got Angeli number 1. I've got Carr not too far behind Angeli, if you want my honest opinion. I think it's going to be a really interesting battle over the course of this offseason. But I do think more than likely it's going to be Steve Angeli that opens up the season as the starter for Notre Dame when they travel to Miami, a massive, massive game in week 1. And whoever is starter for the remainder of the year, they're going to have to play at a high level. The schedule this year is much tougher for Notre Dame than it was last year. They open at Miami. They play Texas A&M. They go to Arkansas. They play Boise State. They play USC. They play Syracuse. A lot of very, very dangerous teams and a lot more possible losses for the Fighting Irish this year than what we saw last year with what ended up being a relatively easy schedule. Outside of the A&M game in week 1, and apparently Northern Illinois, everything was pretty easy for Notre Dame up until the college football playoff. This year, not so much. Riley Leonard was very, very good, played great ball at quarterback. They're going to need whoever started this year to play even better if they want to get back to the college football playoff and they want to find a way to capture a national title. So guys, as always, thank you so much for watching us here at the Gridiron Expert on YouTube. Make sure to continue to like, comment, subscribe, share the videos. Let us know who you think should be the Notre Dame starting quarterback come week 1. Should it be Steve Angeli? Should it be CJ Carr? Should it be Kenny Minchey? We want to hear from you. Leave your thoughts down in the comments below. Make sure to check out everything down in the description below. Our website, thegridironexpert.com. All of our exclusive content there for you to help you get through this offseason and become a valued member of our GE Nation. And once again, as always, thank you so much for watching. And we'll see you next time right here on the Gridiron Expert.